Should we get to Aki's A-list? Let's do it.
It's time for Aki's A-List. From the mind of the man who understands the 4 Ps of Waddle's world. Aki's A-List. The top questions and topics floating around in Tyler Aki's mind.
Are these really the questions that I was called here to answer?
Aki's A-List on ESPN Chicago.
All right, Tyler, you've got questions. We'll try and provide some answers better than the take me out to the ball game stuff.
All right, FanDuel released the numbers for Rookie of the Year as well as the over-under for Caleb Williams passing yards.
Wow.
Waddle, I know you've seen the number, but Silvy,
I have not.
can you guess the number that FanDuel is putting out there for the over-under on Caleb Williams passing yards?
I know I'm going to bet over, no matter what it is.
7,000.
I bet you it's a. I'll still go over 7,000. It's got to be light, big, at least because I think he should throw for 3,800 yards, 3,600 yards. I would say the total is 3,450.
You were just off. It was 3,350 and a half. So
That's light for me. That's still light for me. I'm going over.
You got to pound the over.
You know, I did some of the digging. So there have been 25 quarterbacks drafted first overall in the common draft era. 17 of those 25 have thrown for over 3,350, and 8 of them have been the first overall pick. 7 of the last 10 first overall picks have also done it, and Joe Burrow was on pace to do it before he got injured.
My guess, too, is that most of the guys that are being picked first overall are going to bad teams, so they're going to be out there throwing it 50 times a game. So
True.
This one's a little different.
Like, how many Bears quarterbacks have thrown for over 3,350? 2? Kramer and Jay?
Probably. Did Jim Miller ever throw for over 30?
I don't think he
32.50?
started enough games to do it.
That's crazy. That is
I'm
just
looking it
utter
up right now.
craziness.
So go ahead, Tyler. And so what was the other one?
And then the other is Rookie of the Year. His odds to win Rookie of the Year, we don't have to guess those necessarily, but he is plus 350 to win Rookie of the Year, obviously the favorite when you are the number 1 overall pick. But if he does not accomplish the over in terms of his passing yardage this year, it will be an unsuccessful rookie season.
Well, I mean, it would obviously there are factors. I mean, whether how many games does he play?
With a full,
there's injury.
let's say he plays 16 games.
Well, how many yards is that per game? Do the math. Look, I mean,
A little over
again,
200.
Yeah, that would be disappointing to me. I'm expecting him to be a difference maker. I'm not guaranteeing that he is going to be lights out from the very beginning. There will be some down moments. But as I've said all along, by the time we get to the end of the season, my expectation is that the quarterback play, because of his attractive skill set and the infrastructure around him, should be significantly better than the quarterback play we've seen here over the last 3 years. That's my expectation.
Now, Cutler and Kramer are the only Bears quarterbacks to ever do it in a single season.
That's unbelievable.
Cutler did it 3 times. Mitchell came close. Trubisky.
That's crazy.
With 32-23.
That just shows you
Trubisky
how
was under.
how-
Rex Grossman was under at 32. What did
31.93 for Rex.
31.93.
I mean, isn't that that's crazy?
It's how crazy bad this organization has been at quarterback.
C.J. Stroud last year in 15 games,
4,000 yards, right?
4,108 yards.
4,100 yards in 15 games.
As a rookie. As a rookie. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he doesn't throw for more than 30, what was the number? 32?
3,350.
Yeah, you got to throw for more than that. I need 3,500. I don't believe you're going to get, what's your win total? 11?
Mine 10.
I don't think you get to 10 if you throw for 3,350.
Like, seriously, injury's the only thing that should stop that.
Correct. If he throws for 3,310 or 3,350 in 16 games, my guess would be, and I know they're going to run a balanced attack. I get that. My guess is going to be that you're not going to get to your 10-win mark.
I'm with you. What's next, Tyler?
All right, so the Bulls have their play-in game tonight. We've talked a little bit about, is it better for them to win and get into the playoffs or lose and get into the lottery? So if they were to lose tonight and get into the lottery, they would have a 2% chance of winning the NBA draft lottery. Do the Bulls have a 2% chance, better than or worse than 2% chance of winning a series against the Boston Celtics?
I bet you ESPN Analytics would probably have it higher than 2
4 or 5%.
but I don't have it as that. My brain computes it as less than that. They're not beating the Celtics. They're not. Not in this 7-game series. This is not going to even be close to what year was that? 08 when Kevin Garnett was out and the Bulls pushed him to 7? 09? Not going to happen.
They also played that close series with the Celtics. What was that, 2017?
They won the first 2 games and then they
Rondo
lost 4
got
in a
hurt.
row.
Yeah, Rondo got hurt.
Playoff Rondo got hurt. If Rondo would have stayed healthy, no, they would have lost.
I saw also Tremaine Edmonds threw out the first pitch today, not Flus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so was Bears Day up at Wrigley.
Was that Shota catching a football too?
That I don't
was,
know.
yeah.
Shota was catching
Yeah,
a
that
football.
was.
It's such a fun team.
He's the best.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, you guys love him now. Wait till he goes up 10 runs.
Shut up with your 500 Reds.
This has nothing to do with my team.
So then leave my team alone.
Real quick, I want to
By
ask
the way,
you
he's pitching, isn't he? Is he pitching this
tomorrow. He's doing the second game tomorrow, I believe. Real quick, Taylor Swift did announce or released her album last night at midnight, and then at 2 a.m. announced it's going to be a double album and released 15 more songs on top of the 16 that were already out. Is there any athlete in sports that you would stay up to watch past 2 in the morning?
Yeah, I would stay up. Yeah, I would stay up to watch Tiger Woods in his prime. I would stay up to watch an
Like for a regular
Caleb Williams.
Like it depends on the game. Like I would stay up to watch the Super Bowl or to watch like a big game.
What if the opening game of the Bears season with the new quarterback Caleb Williams kicked off at 2 a.m.? I'd be up.
Yes.
I'd stay up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. For any Bears game, I would stay up.
Yeah, I would too.
And
If they're 2-14, I don't know if I'm staying up for the season closer.
I remember like under the Don Baylor Cubs, I woke up early for like Cubs and Mets in Japan. Like I made breakfast for Carmen and for Jeff Brusso came over to my house on Dearborn in like the year 2000.
What time was it? They spend the night?
We're going to have that
No, like
next
5
year.
in the morning.
We'll have that next year with Cubs and Dodgers in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to be up.
You're not going to come over for breakfast?
No.
Is that for
Now, those
opening
fattening
day?
eggs? You're going to make those fattening eggs that
No
you
more
eat?
sous vide eggs.
No?
Those, I used to buy the Starbucks eggs from Costco.
What makes them so fattening?
Danny was telling me all the preservatives. There's bacon in them. There's cheese.
That's what makes them
and
taste
there's
good.
eggs. And it's fantastic. But he says, too, they're not like fresh, like making fresh eggs. He says there's a bunch of preservatives that keeps them from going bad, I think. And the preservatives probably make them high in cholesterol.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it.
Do you just know they're good?
I know they
They're
taste
tasty.
great.
Get in my
honestly,
belly.
like eating those 3 eggs were one of the highlights of my day.
How many calories do you think are in those 3 eggs?
I don't think it was high. I don't think it
Just
was a
high
high
fat
cal-
total?
Yeah, like eggs are high in fat to begin with, but not a bad fat.
How's your good cholesterol?
I don't know.
Well, there's bad cholesterol and good cholesterol. My bad cholesterol is good, and my good cholesterol is not as good as it needs to be. There's a certain cholesterol level you need to have at a certain level. Mine's below that. So
I don't know. My doctor just said, yeah, your
You're good.
cholesterol was high. He said, not high enough to put on medicine, but we need to monitor it. You need to watch it and see if you could eat better. I said, okay.
you do eat.
I do eat fairly good, but
What did he tell you to watch?
well, I was thinking to myself what I eat, and I thought I pinpointed the eggs in my brain.
Did you ask him? Did you say, hey, what do I need to stay away from?
Yeah, he said eggs, and I said to Danny, I go,
Danny, the doctor upstairs,
Yeah, well-
who's also in charge of content, Dr. Danny.
and because now they say that the egg yolks are not bad for you, but those types of eggs are.
because they've got bacon and cheese and stuff.
Or because they have preservatives.
Yeah.
Like if you just have farm fresh eggs,
You're good.
I don't think the egg yolks are bad for you. I don't want to get too deep in this. Do we have a Bears draft party tickets to give away? All right, tell me, how many calories does an egg yolk have?
1,258.
I'm kidding. That is not the question. You want to read this one, Waddle? You have first correct
The
caller.
year that I signed with the Chicago Bears,
Yes. Don't give it out, though.
I was an undrafted free agent. There were actually 20 draft picks the Bears made that year. It was a 12. Obviously, there were 12 rounds back in the day. As we used to say, if you couldn't get drafted in 12 rounds, you really did suck. Anyway, that year I was added to the team as an undrafted free agent. Who did the Bears draft in the first round in that year?
312-332-3776. So the year that Waddle signed as an undrafted free agent, who did the Bears draft in the first round? I believe this could be the trickiest one that we have asked this week.
By the way, the man who signed me passed away yesterday.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Was that Tobin?
Bill Tobin.
Bill Tobin passed away yesterday?
Passed away yesterday. 83.
Oh, wow.
It's either yesterday or early this morning. You remember Vince passed away about a year or so ago, I think. Vince was the defensive coordinator. Bill Tobin was front office,
Right.
Player personnel.
And then went to the Colts.
Then went to the Colts and had that famous exchange
With
not
Mel.
directly, but yes, about Mel Kiper. You remember the players that were involved in that?
Was it one of the players from Nebraska?
Yes.
What was his name?
Trev Alberts.
Trev Alberts.
And the other one was quarterback.
was it Jim Harbaugh?
Trent Dilfer.
Oh, Trent Dilfer.
Yes.
And he
Can
went
we-
on that rant to
Yes.
Chris Mortensen, remember?
Can you
Mort-
pull that for us, Meller, as a tribute to Bill Tobin?
Bill Tobin. Feisty guy. Good guy.
Duke's his son, right?
Yes,
Who's in
Duke is-
Cincy?
Yes, who's basically, as I don't know what his title is, but he's basically the general manager of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's done a really nice job. They have a shoestring budget there in terms of their scouting department and how they do things. He's done a really nice job.
All right, we'll see if we can get that inside Waddle's world as a tribute. That I didn't know that. All right, we've got Florida or Ohio coming up. We'll get the winner and give you the winning answer coming up.